Anyway. How you doing, everybody? Yay. Why am I sad? I'm living in a world with a lot of intolerant people. That's why I'm sad. Download Twitch just to watch me. Oh, you guys are so nice. La 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 la. Oh, oh, oh. Fry, can you adopt me? So you're my puppy. Oh boy, we going Mexico. Viva la puppy. Anyway, oh my gosh. Ah! People are so dumb. Alright, this deck looks weird, this deck's amazing. This deck is incredible. What happened in the tournament? We won. We got them, boys. Alright, so I'm going to make this deck list happen. I guess I'll show you just both. I'm ready to start. I don't know about all y'all, but this cracker right here ready to start. This Jew. The win condition is establishing tempo or very strong early game tempo, and then removing everything your opponent plays for the rest of their game, including their face. Their big minions, their small minions, their gravestones, and their pass. This literally counters everything, and their field clear. Just makes their entire deck really inefficient, usually. Alright. Three violet. That's what we're going with. I'm going to explain. So this will be Citron, Countertron, ranked. Seven Nation Army is definitely in the house. Go Pittsburgh. Guys, don't ruin football games for me, by the way. I'm still catching up. I haven't even, well, I caught up finally on last week. I finished like last night. Oh man, my voice is shot though. I stayed up late last night, went out. Last night I went to a club for the first time in my entire life. I went to an actual nightclub. I thought it would not be my thing because usually loud music and flashing things, I get migraine headaches, but it was an amazing experience. I like how you can just strip away all the politics and all the intolerance and all the hate and all the fear for the most part. Obviously, there's guys who prowl clubs and prey on people, but for the most part, especially the group I was hanging out with, seemed to be a very, at least in their presentation, were a very, very nice and polite group of people. So, what happened to the background music? He Stews during streams. I used to do that. That was years ago, and I stopped doing that. The main reason why was because, first of all, it got very repetitive, and second of all, when I'm making the highlight videos, having some background music really, really messed up. Like if I wanted to put background, more appropriate background music for the highlight videos and stuff like that. You can't really have two different sets of music playing, and usually it sounds really, really weird when you're chopping up a highlight into several pieces. So, yeah. It's really, really sad though, man. I want to share something that just happened to me just now. It was one of the people I was hanging out last night. Someone I was hanging out with last night, and I felt like it was very friendly and very, very nice, and we had a great time. She caught a rumor that the person I'm dating right now is a good few years younger than me, more than 10 years younger. Obviously above the age of consent, but more than 10 years younger than me, and she just blocked me because of that, which is just this is the thing I struggle with, I mean, I feel like I've opened my mind to a point where I got to the point of hey, let's just all tolerate what each other do, you know what I mean? Let's try not to judge each other and try to just as long as no one's getting hurt. Obviously, I'm a very nice guy. Let's just try to be tolerant, but yeah, it's just people have a lot of, it could be from an ideology. It could be a brainwashed university student, but it's more likely even just from a person's personal experiences, Certain things they just don't tolerate. It doesn't make them feel safe being friends with someone who would date someone 10 years younger than them. So, I don't know, man. It's just sad. This is the thing that I struggle with the most. It's I don't actually mind this one person. I feel like I've learned to tolerate intolerant people. But it's hard because we're living in a world where, I don't know what the percentage is, but an extremely high percentage, over 90% of people are like this, where they have their ideas of what is right and wrong, and they don't give anyone else any space to have a different opinion than them about certain things that are important. Obviously, some people, if it's a thing you don't care about, so people are usually pretty lenient on that, but people have the things they care about, they have their ideals, and they have their things they're afraid of, and if there's anyone who even does anything that reminds them of that thing that is scary to them, they're just they just cut the person out of their life. She literally blocked me, this was what I considered to be a friend. Blocked me just based on that, which is just so sad. If that's really the reason, then it's their loss. No, of course it's their loss. For me, I feel bad for this person, because it's imagine what that person had to go through to be interacting with. I'm a nice person. I haven't done anything wrong at all. In regards to this friend, and that they feel so emotionally scared and traumatized, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Everyone has their reason they're intolerant. How are you so sure it's more than 90%? Do you do any research on it? I'm not saying that from a scientific perspective. I'm just saying that based on my experience. If I just try to think of all the people I've met in life, obviously hundreds, probably thousands of people, and I really think how many of them are actually going to tolerate a person who has a different opinion about something that really matters to them? Literally, it's just a handful. It's not a lot. Just in my experience. I did grow up in a very religious community, And now I live in the opposite. I typically interact with very liberal, burnt out. I live in Toronto, downtown Toronto, usually, which is a different type of religion. Obviously, it's not a God-based religion. It's similar to religion in terms of it's a very strict, intolerant ideology. So it could be I just need to hang out on the right. I don't know where the thing is though. If anyone can tell me where there's like a place where people are not so politically intolerant, I'd love to live there. Yeah, man. I'm running Corn Dog. I want to explain the difference between these two deck lists. The Juggernauts are more powerful, but I found the Corn Dogs work. They fill a space in this deck that otherwise it didn't have. They don't have any Berry Blast or anything. Anyway, just wanted to share this experience. In general, I mean, the less, you know, I don't know how that's gonna. Sometimes these things ripple out. Once one person has an issue, then that ripples out to the whole friend group. But I'm only in Mexico for another week and a half, so I'll survive. It's just very sad. It's just Antarctica, exactly, man. Did I check the Discord, by the way? You're working on the Pilgrim Pride. I don't remember if I saw that or not. I can probably just make a GIF. It's not hard to cut it. I think there's just software that converts things to GIFs pretty easily. So I can just cut it with my video editor and then use an online software to convert it into a GIF. It shouldn't be that hard. So if it was an easy thing to do, that's why I asked you to do it. But if it's not easy and it's too hard, I'll do it. No environments. There is a version of the stack where you cut 2 dogs for 2 environments. I haven't tested that yet. I want to show you guys this version, and we'll definitely do a lot of different versions. The whole great thing about this deck is how versatile it is. I mean, all of these cards can be switched depending on what you think you're going to face. If you want a place that's politically tolerant, do not come to Oregon. Yeah, I hear it's pretty bad there. It's bad everywhere though. There must be places like, I don't know, like non-politically charged places. What about like Virginia or like North Carolina or like there must be places that are just not so everyone's just so mad, you know? Anyway. Leo fan, thank you. Yeah, I try to be a tolerant person. I feel like I'm becoming better at tolerating people's intolerance. Because again, I know if this thing that it literally just happened to me a half hour ago. If this would have happened to me a couple years ago, I would have been so upset. I would have been devastated. Like, this is a person I haven't done anything wrong to. I've been a complete and absolute gentleman. I've just been completely pleasant all around. I think. I don't think there was no issues other than this, and it was just, well, because I'm dating someone that she doesn't approve of, so she literally blocked me. That would have really, really hurt me a couple years ago. I think I'm becoming more just like accepting of just, yeah, people don't tolerate a lot of stuff for whatever reason. In a way, I feel bad for this person more than I feel hurt because, I mean, it's not someone I was particularly close to. But honestly, I've had people that I'm close to who have cut me out in very similar fashions because something came up that they weren't telling about. I had actually a really close friend last year, I think it was last year, who literally cut me out of their life because I had some opinion that they didn't agree with, which was extremely, extremely sad. Wyoming, yeah, just go where there's no people. That's great, just go where there's no people, then there won't be any intolerant people. That says something, though. Wayward son home. Anyway. You're at Epcot. That's in Disneyland, right? Maybe she was jealous of her. Nah, that wasn't the thing.
We need a leap! We need a leap!
The only countries that don't have much politics are third world countries and countries with dictators who suppress free speech.
See, I don't mind there being
It
politics
sucks,
and
but
people.
honestly, that's life.
people being interested in policy and how are we going to make our society a better place. Like, I have no problem with that. My problem is when I say politics here, what I mean is people have very strong opinions, and anyone who disagrees with them, they hate them, and they can't even be their friend, you know? Austin, Texas is very politically charged, yeah. I can imagine, because it's a mixed city. It's like it's a liberal city in a very conservative state. Anyway. None of you guys live in a place where people are actually I don't think it's possible to have a society that's just tolerant.
Shut up and take my
I don't
money.
know.
Hey Fry,
Average Fry
this
viewer,
is my
thank
first
you.
donation ever on Twitch and I'm glad it's on you.
Thank you so much.
I've been watching you for over a year now and I always watch your videos when I'm stressed or was so thank you for that purple heart.
Yay. Thank you so much. Just so sweet of you. $20. Damn, that's a lot of money. Anyway. I'll explain the Forget-Me-Nots. I'll explain everything. Okay, I vented. East Asia is pretty tolerant. I'm thinking Philippines. Philippines might be a little bit more of a tolerant society. That's one reason why I've kind of wanted to visit there. Maybe I'll still go there in the winter. I have to see what happens with COVID and stuff. I haven't checked up on that in a while. But yeah, it could be places like Vietnam, maybe less, but like Philippines specifically. I feel like I usually hit it off with Filipinos anyway, so. They're definitely not intolerant of people dating someone who's 10 years older or younger than them. That's for sure in the Philippines. It's extremely common. Haven't you guys ever watched that? What was that show? 90 Day Fiancé? No, I'm not doing that. I promise. I'm not going to do it. Taiwan, probably, too. Malaysia, maybe. You think Japan is a tolerant place, though? I don't have that impression, but I've never been there, and I only know like one person from Japan. They seem pretty chill. I don't know. Is Japan supposed to be like a really open-minded place? Anyway. Militant vegans. Thank you, Daniel the Manual, for subbing at one. Really appreciate it. It's sad. It's very sad. And the Philippines, everyone speaks English, that's why. It could be all this there in the winter. And it's hot. I wonder if the heat will get to me. It's like 30 Celsius, which is like 85 and humid like every single day of the year, which it might become a lot after a while, but I definitely rather that than the cold. I mean, I'm bundled up. I'm in Mexico in September, and I'm bundled up in a sweater, in a winter sweater, so. Japan is a tolerant place, but the economic position not great for foreigners. I don't know. Japan hasn't really been on my horizon, but maybe someday. This deck looks like I'm about to commit a war crime. I think I'm literally gonna go for the 9-1 bet. It seems like a lot of people are gonna bet against this, so we'll see what happens, guys. I'm gonna raise the ante on this. All right. Alright guys, you ready for PvZ Heroes? Oh well. I've never been to the UK. It's definitely a place I'd like to visit someday. Just because something isn't normal or usual doesn't mean that. I feel like this subject is, specifically, especially if someone was, abused or hit on or wherever the thing was by someone who's older than them, that can create a sort of special sensitivity. They're not necessarily going to be able to emotionally differentiate between a person who is an abuser and a person who's not. They just have this idea, age gap bad, you know? It's pretty lizard brain. But anyway. Yeah, Taiwan. I think Philippines is locked down too. At least last I checked, a few months ago. All right, let's go. Without further ado, what's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today I'm really happy to start showing you guys streams with my tournament decks. We just finished the tournament, won first place. Super stoked about that. So I'll definitely be uploading, right now it's September 19th, so I'll definitely be uploading the tournament videos in this coming week or two. I'm just going to upload them all. And then you'll probably see this one come right after, where I'm actually going to take my tournament decks and explain exactly how they work. And these are going to be some of the most competitive decks you'll ever see me do on the channel. Countertron is something that actually went 5-0, I think, in the tournament. This is, again, Citron, which it seems like a really weird hero. We've always considered Citron to be a less than best hero. But this is the one that I'm serious, this might be one of the best plant decks in the entire game. It's the reason we call it Countertron. We have the early game Guardian package that you're very, very reliably going to be getting very heavy tempo. The Forget-Me-Nots, running both Galactic Cactus and Forget-Me-Nots, which seems like anti-synergy, but we have a lot of ways of protecting the Forget-Me-Nots from the splash damage. You obviously have to keep in mind, and you have to know if you're going against, you know, Z-Mac, you gotta just watch out that they don't 2-for-1 you. But we're running 4 copies of Photosynthesizer. We're also running Root Wall, with both protects it and gives it health the next turn. The Nut Signal can just protect it from minions and the Peel Shield. So there's so many ways that this is not anti-synergy, and these are just 2 really, really powerful cards. Very, very strong aggro. This also trades up with anything that's like a 2-cost 2/3, which is ridiculous. And again, this will just completely destroy any deck that's relying heavily on tricks, as long as you can keep it alive and protect it with your Photosynthesizers, etc. So normal, you're looking for a good starting hand. You basically want 3 early game cards. The Triceratops is amazing. So the deck I used in the tournament was this one, and it's probably, this deck is a little bit more powerful. It's more reliable against certain things. This deck notably dies pretty bad to aggro, specifically like Overshoot, with a lot of like Overshoot imps and Disco Dance Floor and stuff like that. So, and you're spamming a lot of small minions, because you're really able to establish this really strong tempo with this deck, and then you use the late game to remove everything. But the tournament version wasn't that good, so that's why I took out 1 copy of the Paracup. I took out a copy of Brainana, and I removed what else did I remove? A Spring Beam. And I put 3 Shrinking Violets. This is a very, very strong, it's very good against Pirates, I find. Very good against those Conmans and the Disco Dance Floors and all the Overshoots. So I feel like for ranked mode, I'm going to end up using this. I just wasn't afraid of really facing any of that in the tournament. So again, the way this deck works is you're going to be establishing your early game tempo, and then anything they play, you just counter, and that's why we're calling Countertron. If they play big minions, you bounce it. Play small minions, you shrinking. They go for gravestones. You block bust it, and if they're going for tricks or pass or teleports or anything like that, you're going to be able to hit them with the Brainanas. Brainana's such a great finisher in this deck. The Paracup has a couple uses. First of all, just a very powerful card. I'm really happy we found a great deck for Paracup. Not only does it combo with the Galactic Cactus when this explodes, this will give you an amphibious 5/4 for 3 costs, which is ridiculous. It's also just very good. Trades with a lot of things. Something with 1 health, obviously, it'll trade very well because it turns to that 5/4. Even just blocking anything on turn 3 and then turning to a 5/4, usually it'll win that trade. It's also anti-field clear. So this deck, let's say this early game, can sometimes be very weak to Weed Spray, and this just completely solves that problem. If they Weed Spray or like get a good chickening or something like that, or a Z-Max Super, and you have a Paracup on the field, it makes their play so efficient because they're just giving you a 3-cost 5/4, which is so great. Yeah, what else do I have to say? The reason I took out Juggernaut, which is the more powerful card, it also is immune to like splash damage from barrels and from the Galactic Cactuses. The reason I'm running Corn Dog instead, I just find that it's very good against cards like Disco Dance Floor and Conman, and it really sort of made the deck a little bit stronger against its own weaknesses. The things I feel like that beat this deck is like when you get too many blockbusters and they don't have gravestones. By the way, blockbuster is such an underrated card. I'm really running for it. No regrets running for this in the tournament, especially because Pogo Yeti Mug is just such a great sneaky combo. I really feel like that's probably the best like mid-range combo. And blockbuster is really the only hard answer. Cool Bean, I feel like it stalls, but just gives them huge Yetis, and I feel like doesn't do enough. Yeah. What else am I explaining about this deck? I found the Spring Beans are also really good. I know this deck looks really, really weird, but the Spring Beans, just to clear lane and go face, just if they play anything that costs 4 or more, the Spring Bean really wins the tempo trade, because you're spending 3 to remove it. Usually you can play another 1, because we're running so many 1s in this deck, and you're able to remove their card. Anyway, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. This deck seems to have been doing amazing, both in tournament and especially this one. In the ring. So I'm going to switch the deck list. By the way, a huge shout out to Sayman, who basically invented this deck list. I mean, I helped in a little bit, and maybe I helped for inspiration, but really Sayman PvZ is the one who really came up with this deck list. He's actually running a version right now with 2 Corn Dog and 2 Bog of Enlightenment, since running a lot of amphibious minions. Also just accounts for an environment. I'm going to run this version since I'm comfy with it. Maybe I'll do one with the Bog. And the cool thing about this deck is there's so many different versions, because based on, again, what you think you're going to face, you can get rid of the Shrinking Violets and add something else. You can run Body Gourd if you're worried about going against like a burst deck. There's a lot of different things you can run. Even Steel Magnolia can sometimes be really, really good. All right, let's get into the game. So, that was a long intro. I'm going to do a special bet today because I feel very confident with this deck. So we'll see how this goes. If you think this deck will go at least 9 wins, usually we say it has to go at least 8. Today we're up in the ante. If you think this deck will go more than 8 wins, at least 9 out of 10, vote yes, and if not, vote no. I'm being a little confident. Again, every once in a while the deck can brick and you have the exact wrong answer to whatever it is. So 9 and 1 is a yes, 8 and 2 is a no. Voting starts now. Here's Infinity. The Lima Pleurodons, I didn't explain this, but they seem to do... We got a 3 already. It's nice getting a Shrinking Vial against Infinity very often. We'll see again. Sometimes it's Gravestone, sometimes it's Spam, so this looks like an Imp deck, so it should be fine. The Lima, if this is left on the field, it just gives you Magic Beanstalks by your own turn 6 or 7, like pretty reliably. Start doing the math. Same in Crunch the math. Apparently every card draw, once you have 6... in your deck, it's like a 20% chance of it being a Magic Beans. It's something ridiculous like that. Kind of have answers to everything here. Here's Quasar. I like putting my Triceratops in middle. It makes the Shrinking Violets usually a lot better. We don't really have much of a turn 3 play, but if our opponent plays a dry minion, that'll be okay. We can also draw into something. The Lime also just shuffles a lot of more Magic Beanstalks. Because your superpowers, every time you block, I'll probably just end up playing this now. I'd love to top deck a 2, would be really nice. Another Triceratops would be amazing. Spray Nana. We'll see if we draw into something here. If our opponent plays like a big minion, this is a pretty good protect here. And the Shrinking Violet should basically close this game out. Let's see if we can get a 2 on the top deck from the card draw from Citron Deck. Imagine this card needs to draw something. So this will be above Fruitcake range anyway, so might as well buff this one. Survey says it would have been nice to get this with 1 more brain available, but this is okay. It's like an Infinity deck here. I found this does well against Pirates. Sometimes you can just get that good Citron Super on turn 3. I feel like you're going to get ahead. Oh man, the value. The extreme value. Get wrecked. No regrets from the 3 Shrinking Violets in this matchup, man. Again, this would be a very difficult matchup for us if we didn't have Shrinking Violet. I would have had Spring Bean on the Toxic Waste Imp, which would have I mean, I could have set the banana bot. There are things I could have done. Here's the beanstalk, by the way, on turn 5. This is not even a surprise. For real. For real, for real. I think I'd protect... Well, we could go phase here. Alright. Let's start with this. Probably just end up banana. Oh my gosh, another shrinking. I'll probably just save that to go face later. That's so crazy, man. I think the imposter's the one we don't want to kill. I can also protect this with the shrinking later, though. I think I'm going to go here. The one that needs health. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Doing pretty good. We have 9. Okay. Does he have a deadly barrel? I mean, it's not going to, like, straight get him back into the game, but it'll help. Okay. I guess Shrinking Violet would have won there. Just, I don't know what he was going for. Maybe Shrinking Violet is, because he can't fruitcake. You'd have to have, like, 2 fruitcakes. Anyway, we're doing fine. No reason not to shrink. Yeah, maybe. Maybe right. Here's the second beanstalk. Leaving this alone is like, does not work. We could blockbuster, but this just seems like the better play. We're gonna give him one of these. Give him one of these. Again, overshoot deadly imps. This is something that, again, would have been... This might be a sniper, who knows. Would have beaten the other version, but it completely loses to this. I mean, yeah, launcher nice. Didn't really need that, though. Yeah. No, just one bet today. Go face! Yeah, that doesn't count. I know it's deadly, but it doesn't matter. Alright, 1-0. Let's keep it going. Really nice to beat that matchup. Overshoot, imps, deadly, man. It's just the adaptive deck, you know? Oh my gosh. Don't ask him that. Am I sick? I don't think so. I felt like I had a little cold this morning, but I think my voice is just shot. I was up really late last night. This looks nice. I'm going to get rid of the Lima and see if we can get a Forget-Me-Nots. This is not necessarily good against Brainstorm, but every once in a while it runs Gravestones. I think I'm just going to run this. Sometimes you want like 2 2s, so then you can play your superpower. You don't know what superpower you're getting. You know, we start with Mog last time. Let's just play on curve. The Triceratops should be fun. So again, we're against probably a control Brainstorm deck. Did not get Forget-Me-Nots, so unlucky. But we do have, this is good against it, and we have the Brainanas are coming. So I think this goes on Heights, because the only difference is Trapper territory. I'd really like this not to die to like Trapper Plumber this turn. I think this is a very good matchup against Valkster, yeah. So probably Backup Dancers. Because if you get Forget-Me-Nots early, and Photosynthesizer and Triceratops, it's very, very difficult for Valkster to beat that. If you don't get Forget-Me-Nots, I mean, this might... Well, it's not Valkster, it's Brainstorm. Let's see what happens. I'll make the Backup Dancer play. I have a nice beard, thank you. And it also has Shrinking Violet. Valkster is a spam deck. You actually control your opponent by putting a lot of minions. As long as the Shrinking Violet really messes that up. Alright, so we have to protect the Triceratops here. Question is, do we want a super right now? I think this is going to be better. The super will probably be better next turn. Let's see if we can get a small minion. It's better than nothing. Just kind of slows him down a little bit. We'll be able to get a really good like Citron super. We're a little bit slow against this deck though. Unfortunately, the super should put us ahead. We just need just kidding. It's kind of weird having this on curve if they kill your Galacton one. I maybe should have considered that. If he passes, I have a Shrinking Violet here. Whew. That's interesting. I could shrinking these three. It protects this. This will go down to 2. It's a pretty good play. And then also then prevents a lot of damage. I think this is about as good of a shrinking violet as we'll get, so we'll go for it. I see a lot of dancers, so there's probably flamenco, so this will actually limit that too. I don't feel super comfortable right now, but we'll see what happens. I think the buff is better than 2 health. Yeah, of course, by 1 more. Alright. Overshoot. See if we get one more card to play. That would be nice. This will be useful down the stretch. So he's doing 3 here. Disco facing a lot of disco dance floors today. I don't know what happened. So everyone's running disco now? The spring beam looks pretty good. See what he does here. The brain anna looks pretty damn good too. Oh my gosh, if we pass this, he's so done. We just get too far ahead of this game. Protect Spring Beam looks pretty good right now. There's another shrinking. I'll go for the shrinking now. We don't have a way to deal with this though, if we're shrinking. Okay, hold on 1 second. Unfortunately, that didn't stay to prove you can't take the 7 here. Oh, that would have been nice. So this is doing... Is this overshoot? Wow, it's doing 4 bullseye. It's way more than we can afford here. Not a great position. Flamenco just wins. I think that's right. We're not in a good position now. We're down to 5 with no block meter. That disco is a really good conjure here. So 2 guys in disco, 2 guys in flamenco would win now. I have to just hit his face here. Come on. He's running everything in the counter this deck. It goes to 0. It's a little bit awkward. What? Wrong order? So Blockbuster pair looks pretty good. Getting the value Blockbuster against Brainstorm is really nice. Maybe we'll just go dog. It depends how much this costs. If it costs 5, it does. So we'll go dog. That was an extremely good Blockbuster, obviously. Since Brain Anna should put him away here. I don't know what this could possibly be, but I don't think... Is there a reason to go ground lane here? It doesn't matter. This just seals the deal. Who knows what this was going to be, a fruitcake and then something with 5. Yeah, like a fruitcake would have won. Fruitcake would have won. Brain Anna actually saved us there. Even like... it would have to have been fruitcake. Bonus attack also would have won the game for us. We dodged a bullet there. That's again that is to the tournament version would have been a complete losing matchup. But the shrinking violets, I think really did a lot there. Anyway, we got a good shrinking, right? Yeah. Anyway. All right. Oh, Discotron. Discotron. How much health did we have? So you could have gone face for three. We had 5. Yeah, so blocking ground was right. You're right, playing our Discotron's correct there. Anyway, didn't think of that. Yay, you guys are better at this deck than I am. Gotta like kind of think of everything. It's like in Blockbuster with a... Way too. You see, the interesting thing in Super Brains is, do you keep Blockbuster? It's probably better just to go aggro. If he ends up Pogo Mug, well, I think it's going to be too slow, so he's not going to be able to control our early game. I think I'm going to mulligan this and look for some more early game here. This should be fine. He was sniping, I mean... if you want to take two decks that in theory are good against this, that was definitely the 2 things we played, and we still got them barely. I mean, they're very, very close. So. Would Primal P be better than Lima? I feel like, again, Lima, the Magic Beanstalks, being left alone. I know that seems really weird. Having an amphibious minion also helps a lot. I know we're running Corn Dog. I mean, maybe Primal P. I think there definitely might be like a... This will always even trade, right? I'm just setting this up. It could be there is going to be especially like certain matchups where Primal P is a lot better. Maybe it is. I think we were testing this with Primal P at first, and we just found the Lima was better. I found in general, I don't know why, I think it's something about that guy being in the 5th lane. It also answers Toxic Waste Imp, which is typically strong against a deck like this. So we'll play around... Who do we play around? Smelly Zombie here is the question. Wait, what did he play again? He played Pirate. It's probably not Smelly Zombie. Playing around that would be clutch as hell, though. There's no... I mean, we can bounce it the next... It'll be a problem later. You know what? I think we just have to kind of leave it on the field. What else do I play around, though? I guess we'll play around the Electrician. Left that one. Banana Bombs. Oh, man's running Smelly, so we got the Banana Bomb, so at least we can kill it, but... Come on, man. I found that Smelly is actually very good against this deck on turn 3. Maybe Protect, I don't know. I don't know, man. Good for you. I think it's just like this. There's really not much you can do here. Line Dancing and then Deadly Super. Oh, I can't play around that. Okay. Why no environments? Again, you could run 2 bogs inside of two. I don't feel like plant decks really need every plant. Really, not every deck needs environments. What are you afraid of? Black Hole? I feel like this deck actually does okay against Black Hole. I don't think running 2-cost environments to counter a 1-cost zombie environment is the way. I am gonna just do this to slow him down. I better play the teams. Oh no, it's probably not Smelly. I should have protected this one. Damn it, what am I doing, man? I just brain farted so hard. That'll probably cost us this game too, unfortunately. But you know what? Yeah, Smelly zombie, man. Damn it. We saw one already, like he's running another one. Anyway. That's annoying. If he passes a lot, we'll win. Also, if he plays a big minion. I'm probably just spamming this banana no matter what here. Just go face. That's a lot of damage. Imagine if I had that Triceratops still. Certainly be in better shape. Okay, I guess that sets lethal up slightly easier now. At least. Here, at least it's only 1, man. That's a lot of damage. Can we block? Oh boy. Someone's gonna come down to the last turn here. Man. Again, we usually block. I think I'm just gonna go for the win. This is not Not a gimme. It can also be surprise guard. Okay, but at least we blocked that. Bonus would be really good, because that would usually win the game. We have to get mobbed on the block. A roll of 1. And... Okay, we're we're alive for now. This is fine. It also means if he moves this lane doesn't become exposed. There's the beanstalk. This is reliable. This is not a fluke that we're getting these beanstalks by turn 7 and 8. I think we got him, guys. He needs to clog both lanes up for star. I don't know if this guy's sniping. Maybe he is. These games are so close, though. Come on, pass. Go for Bad Moon Rising. Okay. Brainana is probably good here. Galacta, I think, just wins next turn. Okay. If it's a mustache, he actually gains something. Alright. This is not. He's drawing these cards too, so he's not running out of steam. A third Brainana would be nice. I cut a Brainana from this deck list, which, like, right now, could really use the third one. He's down to 1, though, so this Galacta should be okay in terms of just winning here. But if he is able to break through, it's so nice. We got Blockbuster, man. That is so nice. It's running a lot of graves here. I like leap bonus attack. I don't know. Could you play into my... I mean, you've played a gravestone every turn, right? Is he sniping or not? That's so stupid. Whatever. Is he sniping or what? Every turn he's played these things, except for this turn. I mean, I don't know. What does he need? Strength bonus attack or something like that. Okay. Okay. Still a stretch. You got him. Oh my gosh. These 3 games were all nail biters. But again, this is just, wow. How did he play? He just played into Brainana and around Blockbuster the 3rd turn. I don't know, man. Going for some miracle, I guess. I was thinking, you know, Bad Moon Rising into anything with Frenzy would have won. Can we get a 1? Nice. Nice. Usually doesn't remove this with tricks, so this is actually like the best protection. The question is, do we play this though? It'll probably give us a better card for next turn. It also means the dog trades with this for free, so we can actually do that. Protects her face. It doesn't really give you value if he's committed his brain already. It's better to do it later, so if he's planning on playing a trick, then you deny it. Are you okay? You're as enthusiastic as usual. I'm a little tired. I had a long night last night, but I'm okay. The problem is the dog doesn't actually answer this anymore. It's probably teleportation zombie. How do we play this? We probably set up the... I wonder if I even commit the Forget-Me-Nots. We just set up the Galacta into the pair, probably. Is the Forget-Me-Nots doing 2 damage worth it here? I don't think we actually need to kill this so badly, so... Can also play the Paracup defensively if we want to play here. I think it goes in front. I think this dies anyway. This should be good. See if he has a toxic waste to teleport in. Space time. This is alright. This kills the teleportation. And we get a 5-4. We're not that far ahead, but we're doing okay. Violet would have been active here. It's probably a good turn to play around Thinking Cap. I think I'm just going to play defensive here. This should be alright. He doesn't have an environment. No. Might just rock it, which means we're ahead. Laser just seems a little slow. Probably lasered the space time for the card. I don't know. Doing 7 here. I think he's gonna go for a Thinking Cap, and the Forget Me Nots denied it. It's good just to again play later. Protect for 2. Okay. Again, would have been 1 cost. There's his environment. Wait. You got that from Escape Through Time just now. That's so weird. So Paracup's obviously getting a lot of work here. So it's either Paracup or Spring Bean. Spring Bean should be okay. Probably just go face. That moves. That's annoying. Maybe Para's good. The Para looks really good in 2. Do the Spring Bean later, or just a Brainana. This should be okay, actually. I don't need this Forget Me Nots to live. Trades anyway. Teleport. So he's seeing if he gets any 3 health. Well, you know, there's only a few things that have 3 health here. See what he gets, though? No, 2 health. It's just too many 3-2s, and that's why I don't like it. Again, dry, that would have been great, but for, you know, this field, that was... It was nothing. It was garbage. Oh, does that move? Oh, we're hitting face this turn. Oh, I didn't even realize. Whoops. Okay, well, the Brainana wins now, basically, no matter what, so that's good. The 3 damage actually helps, getting him down within 5. Okay. He might have free cards, but what free tricks is he going to have from 1-cost free tricks? This is going to be Smoke Bomb at most. This Brainana should finish in here. Finish. See ya. See ya. Shrinking better. Gotta be Brainana. I don't know what he could possibly have that plays around this. Smoke Bomb doesn't do anything. He doesn't have an amphibious minion, so the free Smoke Bombs don't do anything anyway. That should put this away. No. Sometimes Paracup like dies, but they're all spawned already. So. All right, 4-0. Yay. Yeah, man. I mean, the games were actually all close. Usually this deck is just a little more dominant. So you can get off to a really good start against the Super Brains. It doesn't have the removal. Nice, nice. Like, is this his only way back into the game? Is just to get gravestones? We'll probably get value from this. Keep the Forget-Me-Nots, or go for like a Triceratops, or a 2, a 3, a Photo would probably be better than this. I think I'll keep it. Forget-Me-Nots good enough. We'll definitely start with the, again, Forget-Me-Nots. It'll deny his like telepathy. But anyway, you just, I think I'll put this in mid. I'm just thinking like if I want to put something risky to the left of it, it might be good. I don't know. Usually this is better more to the left, so it splashes things to the right, but I have a 1 health minion in my hand. I don't know. Probably just going to dog here. Okay, so here's a really interesting matchup. It happens to be the dog. Well, is going to chase this minion around, which is annoying. So we'll hope that it's only a 1-attack minion. I could also go with the Forget-Me-Nots play. I think this is good enough. Usually this hits it twice and then splashes and then kind of clears all the imps off the field. So it depends if he gets 1 health minions, 2 health, it's different. Really, the only 2 health minion he gets is Toxic Waste, which I'm happy to trade with anyway here, so. Ah, come on, okay. So these two will trade. That's a really good, that's a really good value for him throwing it, man. Maybe Dog wasn't right. Maybe just because of that I don't do that. I don't know. That's interesting. I think we're going like this right now. Oops. Yep. Nice, protected from all the splash. Again, this throws the imp and then this explodes, so this should hopefully clear his field. It doesn't look like these blockbusters are going to get much value here, though. Question is, do we Mog this? I'm going to save this since we don't have a Spring Bean, and if he plays a Blob or something, hopefully he won't draw too many cards here. So this hopefully is a 1 health minion if he gets like a Toxic. So these die. This actually wins the trade now and gets a 2-3. There's no real reason to Mog this. It'll protect 1 card. If he plays just a minion here, I'll just put a Dry Blockbuster on the field. By the way, Dry Blockbuster is not just to play around gravestones. If you've established early game tempo that this deck does so effectively, it's usually... Do I go Galacta? What about his removal cards? I think this will be okay. Has he shown us a superpower yet? Super Chop, Deadly, and Telepathy. So he very likely has Deadly here. This actually plays much better around Deadly. Alright. He hasn't shown a superpower. It just keeps this alive. We're also going to fix for 2 now. If you've established good tempo, putting 3 Bullseye on the field for 4, again, it's not the greatest 4, but it's fine. It's decent. This is not a... It's not as bricky as one would think. I'd love him to play a Gravestone at any point in time here. Okay. So we're just going to protect ourselves. If he has a laser base on. There's the Deadly. Okay. Saw it coming last turn, but this is fine. This is a better, probably better Deadly. Game is going really slow. I would love to get some momentum here. That could work against an imp deck. I don't know what he's gonna go for here. We can also just go face, perhaps, and just let him draw. I'm gonna do the probably safer play. Teleport. So it looks like we're at least making him a little bit inefficient. No, yes, okay. Super Brains tell him, so I guess. Again, the reason you run Spring Bean instead of Jelly Bean, it just makes you don't have to run that many beans. And obviously beans are very anti-tempo. Finally got a use for this, so I guess I'm going to Lima first. I'm going to Photo first, just in case. I don't know what I could get here that would... I don't know, man. It's probably... This card is probably not good. Ooh! It's playable. I'll play that, too. I'll play it for the damage. Why not? Do I cover this one or that one, though? Probably having this turn 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this way becomes... Well, no, this does more damage. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will help me burst him next turn, though. I don't think I worry about tricks right now. I think more bullseye damage is better. It also plays around only double 3s. Goodbye. There's Chop. That is guaranteed. Got him. Alright. We'd be imps without the, we had blockbusters, which worked for most of the game. They were okay. One of them made it, killed it. One of them was useful, and the other one, you know, traded with a deadly imp that he, but you know, it used the deadly. It forced the deadly out because the other one wasn't even trade. So the other one basically forced deadly out of his hand, which is very strong. Yeah, I don't know where that trapper came from. I mean, this is a fine starting hand. Absolute beauty. I'll keep this against Ichi. Should have some really good shrinks. This is nothing on one. I'd rather get the bullseye when I know this is not going to get removed. I'll take the bullseye instead. It's teleportation station. See what he plays. Second shrinking. I'll take it. This should be okay. We'll probably play Lima if we get another one drop next turn. That would be nice. The space time is just a little harsh. Maybe I should have just gone face. It could be the dog actually goes face there. I don't know. I guess we're denying the card this turn. He still gets to teleport, but we'll be able to kill this. I'll just front a gravestone, and if he plays a non-gravestone, I'll protect. We'll be okay. I think this is better than backyard points. He'd beam me out, which would keep this around. It means we'll just have a good shrinking vial for next turn. Get frozen. Okay. Still doing plenty of damage for turn 3 here. He's down to 12. Basically no block meter. So we actually have a versatile play. I wonder if he goes cowboy, what we will do. It's a little bit harsh. I think I'll go with the spring beam. Activates damage, keeps this alive. This has got to be correct. I'll put this in mid. We also have 2 Limas right now in the field. So. Teleport. Of course he has for free. Ooh, I didn't consider that, so you can just replay that same card. Whoops! Was shrinking the play because he definitely has a free teleport in hand? Yeah, I think mistakes were made. It's okay though, we're still doing plenty of damage here. These teleports are just getting really annoying. So was shrinking was the play then? And then let the dog die, because the dog dies anyway. Yeah, I guess it was shrinking. Don't let him get another teleport. Now this is happening, bros. Yes. Keep playing into it. I guess I'll play this first. The question is, where does it go? I guess we want this one to be hitting phase, so I guess that answers the question. Stonk. And also, each stonk shuffles 2 more into the deck this way. This is for sure. So, very, very decent shrinking. Let's roll another one on deck here. Free teleport, but he's not going to have a long cost minion usually. Even if he does, he doesn't trade off 4/4. Okay. Brainana's alive right now. He's passed every turn so far, so I mean, if he plays a gravestone, we got him. So how good is he? So he needs, well, shrinking and freeze both save him. The question is, I can just save the Brainana for next turn. So it'd be shrinking Lima Pleurodon. The Brainana has 2/3 of a chance of getting saved against Brainana. My gut tells me this is the play. I'm gonna play out of that environment too, since this usually doesn't kill whatever he puts in. See if I make a mistake. Wow, he got chickening! Oh my god! He's gonna make the comeback, let's go. I think he's low enough that we're okay here, but that's crazy, bro. Are you kidding me? You got it. Wow, look at this guy go. So this is the play. We have a 1 in 3 of just winning, otherwise this is gonna become harsh. We also have Mog inside our power still. If we roll 3 though, ugh. I think the Brainana's gonna finish him even if he blocks. Well, if he gets... we're not in good shape, guys. Don't get a Mondo. I mean, he's getting 3. No, he always gets a Mondo, never mind. We're probably gonna lose this now. What am I gonna do here? If he passes, we win. What are we supposed to do? I mean, I guess just stall for now. Oh boy. I guess this is alright. So chickening, and then is he even running this? I need a spring bean, you know, getting a spring bean would have been nice. I guess I used a spring bean. You know, if I would have used Shrinking Vial instead of that spring bean, I'd still have a spring bean here. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. The blocks. He's just gonna keep, he rolls a 1, he's just gonna keep his lanes clogged. There's a Shrinking, so... but I think he just has teleports. I don't think we really have a reasonable chance of winning here. Because, yeah, teleport. Teleport just wins. Now we're done. Saves the Brainana. Oh no, then we would have done it last turn. Alright! The chickening though, come on, man. We're done. It draws another card, yeah, there's no... you know what? At the end of the day, if I would have held my Spring Bean and played the Shrinking, this could have gone differently. Too bad. Dude, I'm already dead. He's having fun. The dinosaurs. Let's go. We're 5-1. Oh my gosh. Can you just stop it? Yay. Definitely done. Alright. You know what really got us there was Teleportation Station. It was on the whole time. I mean, maybe Bog, I know. Sorry. Bog would have been really good on 2. Teleportation Station, Space Time on 2, and then you Bog, it's devastating. Like a 3 for 1. Alright, here's Infinity. I think this is better against clones. This is a fine hand. This makes this Infinity Clones very sad. So. That is a con, man. You definitely front it with Lima. We also are able to protect this theoretically next turn. We just don't want this to be buffed by like a pirate, you know? So if he plays Gravestone here, I'm gonna actually front it with this. Probably, well, Fire Rooster of all things. Okay. I guess this goes on Heights in this deck. Good thing we didn't play Forget Me Nuts on 1. He's running the anti-Forget Me Nuts deck with Fire Rooster, Imp Throwing Imp, and Con Man. I think this is okay. Probably just passes here now. No, it got clones. Okay. Wow. That's okay. He has another fire rooster. There we go. Whew. Man in his place. Nice we have a card draw running on a card turn. I think we're doing okay here. Definitely ahead on the field. I'll try to protect this as soon as possible. Our curve is pretty low. And there's also like Lima and Dog. I think drawing a card in our deck is better than a random, so I'm going to start with this. Oh my gosh, guys, it's happening already. Come on, Lima. Shrinking, that's nice. Protect's gotta be this one. This gets above fruitcake, which is nice for next turn. I think we don't do this. I mean, obviously this moves, so yeah, but let's just take the damage. Yeah. His Deadly Splash with Barrel of Deadbeard is very good against this deck, yeah. That'll... I mean, that just beats anything, though, man. I'm so happy Infinity was banned in this tournament. There's just so much BS that Infinity does. Barrel of Deadbeard's Deadly Power. Lackaday. So we're doing a ton of damage here. 14 out of 15. In fact, Galacta just, like, wins the game, now. I think he quit. So it's 6-1. I mean, with Lima Perla, we've got a Magic Beanstalk. It hasn't been every game, but it's been most of the games so far. Those 7, I think we've gone at 4 games, right? So it's just sort of this thing that like gives this deck more steam in the late game. You know, sometimes it really makes a difference. Lima, man, I didn't think Lima would have been good. I would have ran Primal Fugitive. Samen's the one who showed me the ways of the Lima. People are so obsessed with this. This looks like a fine hand, though. Fine hand. Ooh, look at this hand. Okay, so this is a tempo deck. This is a little scary. A little scary. I think we play this, even if it just takes a chunk out of a Greystone. It should be okay. His Swashbuckler, fortunately, is only a 3/3, so this would be an opportunity that this would be better. If he plays Monkey Pirate, obviously it's no good, but this would be better against a buffed Swashbuckler around 2. I've had a little bit of issues with this, but once you get your blockbusters, you're usually okay. The other thing we can do is just play this and then go for Dog Protect next turn. It's really bad against Monkey Pirate. It's very bad against Drone Engineer too. There's too many sad things here. I think I'm actually gonna do this here. What if he has Deadly Power though? Probably actually him blocking right now, especially if this is a Swashbuckler. It doesn't even necessarily hit anymore if we tally roll. Turns out Dog would have been really good there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, damn it. Okay, this is obviously an issue. Here's our blockbuster though. We're gonna have to wait for the good one, either a mug or multiple gravestones. You don't want to hit just one guy. So this 3 will trade with this, and it is a problem. We can also go Dog plus. This is not gonna save it, but this will. I guess it depends how scary this next gravestone he plays is. I don't think this is going to do 4 damage. It's probably just like a Flame Face. I think I'm going to go with this play. Get this going here. If the dog gets dragged later, then the pair becomes active. That's what he says. Again, smelly zombie, but I'll live and die with the smelly zombie here. Headstone Carver is obviously getting a ton of value. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to take it out. Maybe really killing the headstone carver this turn was better. Full block meter. Just rolling all threes. So he kills it for that. I guess that makes sense. Splashy boy is looking pretty good here. Wow, we have splash combo. I'll probably just go for this and let the Triceratops die. Well, that's tough. I'd have to commit you. Splash combo looks good here. What if it's Pogo? Maybe I should just blockbust player on Pogo. Nah, it's not worth blockbusting yet. This has still got to be correct. So kills the player. So far his field gets cleared here. I still have a blockbuster on deck. Yeah, we rolled threes. Why that? You're just killing a walnut. It doesn't do anything. Because the splash kills it, you know? That was a huge misplay. Tremendous. Now we'll have a 3-3 and a 3-1 and a 5-4 on the field. Blockbuster obviously gets more value on average later turns because there's either several gravestones or one big one. I think, wow, he passed. What is he going for here? Getting a different forward to be able to save this would be nice. This is so awkward. I mean, this basically sets up lethal. Should I just go for the spring beam play? What is he gonna play that's gonna be that much we need to spring beam? I don't know, man. This is so awkward. 3 and 3. I'm gonna go with my gut here. Maybe you just don't spring beam. Oh yeah, you just don't spring beam. Whoops. No, you just play Astro Shroom and pass. Okay, I made a mistake. Yes, don't spring beam. Why did I spring beam a 1-drop? I felt like I had to spend it there. No, just save it for next turn because you'll get a better one next turn. Duh. There's the chop. Oh, we didn't have anything else. The Brainana should win here. Okay. We have everything we can possibly want. These minions are set up really nicely too for the blockbuster. You'd have to play 1-4. Okay. Dog's a little easy to control though. I don't know. I guess we can just play 2 minions for the win. We don't even have to bring Nana here. Oh. We'll do the game mechanic win here. It's like bad mode for Jonathan. It took a little while. It took a few frames for that to happen. I'm like, that works, right? I didn't just throw it. Alright. Maybe he had like a smoke bomb in hand, so spring beaming that would have actually played around smoke bomb. It's pretty common. Gravestone Pirates, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally made a great play. Alright, so against Boog, I'm not going to keep this. Boogaloo decks do run a lot of loudmouths and stuff, but we're not going to go for it. The splash exploit's good. This is enough early in the game. Question is, do we look for a spring beam or for a shrinking violet here? Is it better than this? It probably is. This is not going to be that easy, especially if we're playing these. Okay, that's now, if this is an aggro deck, we have a pretty good path to victory. Play this, absorb his superpower if he wants to go for it. His superpower is so nice too. Let's see what he does here. I'd love to just see like an aerobics and stuff. He's in a bunch. back up. You play this on the ground against Boogs? Again, I'm just getting the habit of playing this in 3 because it just makes the Triceratops, which is very often chump blocked. Okay. It was Lightning Bolt. I thought it was going to be backups. So that's huge. I'd love another Triceratops back. Roll double 3s. Bro. This is nice though. Depends what he plays. But if he plays just one minion, this will do really, really well here. Ah, okay. Right. What am I gonna do about this is the real question. I think I'm just gonna get the value pair here. That unlike's gonna be a pain in the ass unless we get a Mog. I mean, we're blocking. We're gonna block this up when we get Mog, so that'll hopefully happen. If not, we have enough ways to just chump block it. Man, what's with all the 3s here? We get 1, 2. No, okay, we're not. He didn't. He Cali rolled. We didn't. Nice. He goes for tricks. That's so interesting, man. So I really, really desperately need 7, 8, 9. I very desperately just need to protect my face here. Question is, how much of this do I even try to blow? Well, Mog is good. I think I'm going to go for the protect play. I think this is alright. Go face. Hit him with this. And we protect that one. Maybe not. Maybe let that die, actually. That could have been a mistake. This is the one. There's a banana one. I think this is right. Again, we're blocking, so we can very likely get Mog. I guess our other powers are protect, and I didn't actually have to play this, because Root Wall... No, Root Wall and Mog solves this. I guess this lives against Mog, but the Walnut... I should not have played that super. That was a misplay. Just a misplay. Because all of our power, I didn't consider. Our Walnut and our Mog and our Root Wall were all going to be the powers there. I like if I had the seeing this for all this damage here. Jump blocking this is probably important. Going face for 5, I think, is super clutch. We use shrinking or use banana bomb here. That's right. It just makes this live, but we'll have a lane for the banana anyway next turn. Again, not easy to play tricks. I didn't consider that he'll just have... Oh, it's so much damage, dude. No, so he played back up there. I forgot he had a playable superpower. I don't know if there's anything else I could have really done. Okay. Man, so he just in playing a couple of minions just does so much damage here. I think a Flamenco just wins. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it's guaranteed. It is 6+2. Wow. We got to 7 and 2. Man, so an aggro dancing deck like that, I just needed one Spring Bean. I would have won that. Come on, man. See, I think we're running the right deck to counter that. I'm running 3 Spring Beans. The Spring Bean, you know, I ended up getting a Shrinking Violet that was less good. Spring Bean Banana Bomb would have won that game, so that would be the idea of running a 4th Spring Bean. But all right, the answer is no today, even though it's 7 and 2. We can still spam the 7 and 2 emote. Come on, man. Bruv. All right. Too bad. This is supposed to be the 10-0 stream, too. Man. All right. So the prediction answer was no. The answer was no. Get exploited. So what did we lose to? That dancing deck without us getting Spring Beam. That's fine. And he had to answer the Triceratops early. Just everything went wrong. What is the first thing that beat us? Was that freaking Mechasaur? You know what? If these are the things we're losing to, so be it. That's a fine starting hand. Against a very slow control hero. Not basically non-control hero. Too bad. I'm not ashamed of that at all. That was basically impossible to win since we didn't have the spray. I don't think I made any misplays there. I think we played that correct. No, it's not really much we could have done. I guess I'm spamming one of these regardless, so I might as well do the one that's taking damage. M to the B, M to the B, M to the B. You guys are so disappointed. I'm sorry. A lot of people just lost a lot of channel points. Only 33 who didn't know today, but like I don't think I think the first game using that Spring Beam instead of the Shrinking Violet, I think that was the misplay with this one. I don't feel bad about that at all. Can I have a 2 here? That'd be very nice. This curves. Ooh, it works. It actually still grows, but it's just kind of being garbage right now. It also dies to Shrinking, which is nice. Okay. So he'll go to lane 2 with that. Interesting. Ouch. Wow. Just need a card. That's what I'm spending this. Does this go here is the question. I think so. There's synergy with this and Shrinking. It could be really Bog is better. Maybe just 3 dogs, and then 2 Shrinking. Are they similar in that sense? That counter small attack mix? The Bog's been doing pretty well tonight. I'd say I don't have a play here though. I hope I can get a good Shrinking Violet here. I did it for 2 more damage. Well, yeah, this would have been really good. Maybe that was a mistake. Being a little greedy on the damage. They say I'm basically spending a Shrinking here no matter what. Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh well. He's pretty low here, and he makes bad trades against us. This is okay. I'm just playing around him like laser-based bonus attack would, well, it would be very close to him winning. No, it would be guaranteed for us. Whatever. That was probably just a waste of a Shrinking. What is he doing on 5 though? Just Super Brains just doesn't seem scary. He's gonna start playing Beam Me Ups. 2 Beam Me Ups. Lightning. So we're just protecting our face a little bit with that Shrinker. That's all it really does. Splash. He got healed though. What, he played Thinking Cap last turn? I don't even remember that. No, it's guaranteed. So it turns out the Lima actually won us the game. Alright guys, 8-2. I'll take it. This deck did amazing. I mean, it did. It's so funny how we added the Shrinkings and started countering our counters. But yeah, that dancing deck, man. One Spring Beam would have been good. Damn. But and then we lost the. He conjured a chickening into a Mechasaur. Like, okay. Also no Spring Beam. Maybe the lesson is run 2 Shrinkings and 4 Spring Beams. It seems like there's a lot of time that this was better. So, I mean, maybe do this. But anyway, that was a really, really, really great. I consider that an absolute success. I know I very cockily said, put the bets for 9 and 1, and we didn't make it there. But I think this actually did. I think showing you guys like the 2 times that this deck lost is actually in a way like the biggest showcase of its strengths, because I mean we lost to some BS. So anyway, guys, that was the Citron Countertron deck. I can't wait to show you the other decks that I have for the tournaments. I'll just be doing those every single day now. Really happy to be able to show you guys this. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was an amazing piece. This is Fry. I'm going to take a 1-minute break, and then I'll come back and do the daily and check your guys' decks. I'll see you guys in 1. Oh. Alright, guys. Is Trickterazzi good? It's okay. Pretty powerful. Soul Patch. But do you want to? It's the Trick Soul Patch. Daily. How does this go? The key is frenzied attacks. Killing a soul patch does not trigger another frenzied attack. It has to be in that lane. So this will have 6. I think this goes here. We need to do 8. 4. I must have done this daily 4 times already, but you gotta remember what the key is here. If you don't kill Soul Patch early, then this can eat it, but it only grows to 4. So where do you get your last 4 damage from? People are saying do it like this. How do you get your last damage though? I'm very confused. So we'll do 2. 4. I don't get it. This will hit face twice? Why? How does this get strike through? People are saying this is the answer. I don't understand why. Where is our... I'm very confused. Maths. How does this win? How did I do 4 damage there? What? I still don't know what happened. Where did the first 4 damage come from? What? I still don't know how that worked. How did the soul patch not die then? I actually don't know what just happened. Come on, brain. How do we do damage to face and soul patch doesn't die? I don't understand. I feel like Lenny right now. I don't get it. I literally just saw it happen. How did Soul Patch not die, yet we still did 4 damage to face? Who did the 4 face damage? I'm so confused. Overshoot? We did 2 damage to the Soul Patch. Then we did 4 to the Soul. Then we did 3 to the Soul Patch. So that's 5. And then we did 4 to the Soul Patch. So that's 9. Oh, and then we did it again. The Soul Patch should have absorbed the Frenzy. I am blanking pretty hard here, guys. I only needed 4 damage? Did he only have 4 health? Oh. I thought he had 8 health. It was 8 sun. Okay, now I know my mistake. He only had 4 health. I'm like, I saw an 8. I thought he had 8 health. I thought we needed to do 8. He only had 4 health. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. That's my mistake. Time to go back to preschool and learn numbers. Alright, I'll check your guys' decks. I don't feel like dealing with this crap now today. I feel like I'm gonna have to deal with this drama. You have, you know, an apartment building, and one of the people blocks the other one, and now it's awkward because we all hang out, we see each other all the time. It's just gonna be so awkward now. Why? Why? I don't want to deal with this. I hate dealing with people, man. Intolerant people. It's just annoying. I can say, oh, I tolerate it, but it's just such a pain in the ass. I just feel like it's gonna... I just feel like it's going to end up just affecting this whole little friend group that I've made here. I mean, it's just for 2 more weeks. I can survive. Come on, man. Anyway. Is my internet dying? My internet's lagging for some reason. Deck picks. Show me your deck picks, guys. Oh, so annoying. At the Pantheon tournament, you weren't just a player, you were an artist. You were a showstopper. Oh, you're so nice. Thanks for entertaining me and changing my opinion on Sheik. Who's Sheik? You're special, bro. That wasn't just a great tournament run, it was a euphoric experience. Thank you so much, Kirby Swarm. Very sweet thing to say. Usually he's a funny guy, but he's being very sweet today. Seuss Tunes. How about this idea? Make a mini series playing all strategy decks, 1 episode per hero, 2 games per deck. It would be really fun. So what I do is like take the F tier strategy decks and fix them. I'll do more of that. I just feel like playing every strategy deck, like, meaning it would be one hero. Each stream would be one hero, and I'll play 2 games with each of his decks because there's 5, so that would be 10 games. I'll write that idea down. My potted powerhouse deck is from Yes Arthur. Always a challenge deck to get a potted powerhouse deck. But it's grass knuckles, you have time to shine, a lot of things outgrow. Maybe Guardian package into potted is good. Who knows? I just think it's outclassed by Gatling. Like in this deck you're running 3 Ps, so Gatling would just be 100 times better. But I think this deck could win games. I mean you're running a pretty good package and stuff. Airlock. That deck I might run Forget Me Nots instead of Galactic. Airlock sending a budget pirate deck. Yeah, so this looks like a really perfect budget deck. Sorry, I'm not sending these to you guys. I'll put them in the thing. Headstone Carver. You could even run a 4th Headstone Carver on 1 fewer buried treasure. You're running Swashbucklers, a mix of different pirates. I don't know about the graveyards, but I guess it's okay. And then you're running minions. Yeah, this looks good. I would probably get rid of the Frosty Mustaches and graveyards and instead add some, a little bit more laking. If you have any pogos, that would be great. Even Surprise Guard would be a pretty good finisher in a deck like this. Laser base definitely would be better than Graveyard if you have, but yeah, this is a budget deck, so. Here's Yo-Yo the Pagata. I think this is the optimal version of Ramp Rose. Besides mid-ramp is mid-range, that doesn't count. Allosaurus is a lot better than Burb. Alright, let me see this deck here, Yo-Yo. Ramp, Allo, Strike Through. I mean, this looks like a fine deck. You're playing some Shrinking Violets, which seems to be good against certain matchups. I don't know if you really need Shrinking Violets if you're running for catch-up mechanics, you know? Because they kind of both play around the same thing, which is multiple small minions. I'm not going to say the Shrinking is bad, but maybe there's something better. Maybe Apple Saucers, for example, would be better. So you have a option on turn 2 in case they play something, you know, in case you have to play around Beam Me Up and Cyborg and stuff like that. Nice deck though. Alright guys, I gotta go. My voice is shot anyway. I'm gonna start uploading the tournament now, maybe like 1 per day, so maybe I'll work on 1 today. I'm just you know, I uploaded through through the Flower Man match, which was like round 6, so I have a lot more. That's the regular season and the playoffs and the finals and all that, so. Chomper, right? All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. That was a really fun stream. Have a good one, guys.